The title, we're going to be talking about how to safely lane splitting, how you can do it safely, why us riders in California do it so often with little worry. So here we go right now. First of all, we're going to get onto the highway, and all of these cars are waiting to do the exact same thing right now. So first off, you got to know where and when you're lane splitting, right? Like I know right now I'm lane splitting at 5:20 on a Thursday. So it's pretty much rush hour, a little bit after rush hour. Everyone's trying to get home. Everyone's a little anxious in their cars. And as you can see, there's a ton of traffic on the highway. And we are about to get right into the mix of it and show you how, if I was commuting right now on my way home, this is exactly what I would do and how I would ride in order to get home completely legally. Also remember that there is no law for the speed at which you can lane split. There's no such thing as that. There's like general guidelines as to how fast you're supposed to lane split or something, but there's no actual law that says you have to be at this speed or under when you're lane splitting. So everything I'm doing is completely legal. And as you see up here, the traffic is gonna get insane. So let me push 5th gear, 6th gear. Let me push it a little bit, have some fun, show you guys the rip. But we do gotta slow down because there's a ton of traffic up here. But full right. Woo! I love making cuts like that, like 2 or 3 lanes every now and again when I can. All right, here we go. So we're going 100 miles an hour, and we got to start slowing down massively. So just lay off the throttle, and the bike just does its thing. 6th gear. Now that the RPMs are at 5,000, I'll shift to 5th gear. Still down low in the RPMs, shift to 4th gear. Rev match, shift to 3rd gear. And I'm gonna want to get all the way down to 2nd gear right now because of how tight this lane splitting is. And this is just the perfect day to talk about daily commuting, like the 500 expectations if you're going to be in California during the traffic. This is what it would be like, and this is roughly how I would recommend you lane split. Around 35, boom, downshift. Keep it in 2nd or 3rd. Let the cars hear you. Usually, if you get like most of them who have their windows open, like see this guy has his windows open, they're gonna hear you like 2 or 3 cars back, 100%. Especially if you're good at this guy moving over too. Especially if you're good at making the exhaust pop and crackle, which I am very good at on the Ninja 500, like revving it up to like 8,000 RPMs and then laying off the throttle. Well, that's where you can make so much noise with the 500. It's amazing. But kind of going back to the whole point of topic today and what I want to talk to you guys about and why I'm going through this traffic right now in general right now, because I don't need to be going through this traffic at all. I'm simply going through this traffic to make a point, show you that lane splitting in California is very safe, even when it's as thick of traffic as you see right now. I'm keeping a 30 mile an hour pace and easily could adapt or react to any of these cars who are trying to change lanes. But the really nice thing about it is that there's really nowhere for these cars to go, at least in a quick move. If they're gonna have to change lanes, 1, they're gonna be able to do it because they have enough space and they can clear it. Or 2, they're gonna get stuck in the middle of these lanes trying to change because the gap changes or whatever and they can't fully get their car in. Oh shit. Hold on, I'm gonna get out of this guy's way. I didn't realize there was a guy behind me, and I want to let him go. I don't know how long he was back there for, but it's always good if you can't really see behind you, like I can't, to always check to make sure there's not someone behind who wants to keep a faster pace. Like that pace is probably perfectly safe for him, no doubt, but it's also in the sketchy territory / area of if a car does change while he's keeping that pace, because he's probably going 45, 50, and I'm going 35, so he's probably going 15 miles an hour faster than me. I mean, he's already like almost out of my sight, but there's no one else coming behind me, so we're good right now. I can chill again. But like I was saying, there's really nowhere for them to go, and if a real problem happens, they're just going to get stuck in between the lanes, and you're going to have to come to a full stop anyway. So you better be keeping a pace where you're able to come to a full stop pretty much at any moment's notice. Otherwise, you're going to be probably toast. But that's how I've kept it safe, dude, for a year and 6 months, I think it's been now on this bike. And 16, what do I have on the dash? 16,300 miles. I've never hit a mirror. I've hardly ever been honked at. I think I've been honked at like once or twice. And that's going lane splitting at like 100. And then a car honking, you know what I mean? No one honks when I'm just doing this. Like, I'm not harming anybody. They know it. This happens every day. Oh, look at this guy. He's going so slow. So there's the difference, right? There's 3 different types of styles. There's this style, which is extremely safe, going barely faster than the speed of traffic. Almost, in my opinion, I think more dangerous than keeping the pace that I keep, which I think is a very safe pace, above the speed of traffic. And then there's that other guy who's already way ahead of this dude as well. The Harley guy let him pass, so he's gonna have to let me pass too, because this is 20 miles an hour is too slow for me. But this is the pace that some people feel more comfortable at, which is like 20, 25-ish. I'm trying to be in the 35s-ish area. It just feels a little bit better. Oh man, I feel bad being on this guy's ass, but I do want him to move. And I don't want to have to go around him, because we all know that that's not the best thing to do as a biker, is pass another biker while lane splitting. Hey, I saw this cop before, so he hasn't moved much in traffic. As I was going down the line, I was like, okay, I got to keep in mind that there is at least one cop in traffic, and that was him. So now we've passed him. Alright, let's kick it up to second gear. But then, yeah, you just got to be on your toes, you know what I mean? You got to be ready. You got to watch out for smaller gaps like this. You're going to have to slow up, especially if you got lever guards like me. I do not want to hit anybody. Like, I could catch the side of this boat super easily if I wasn't careful, but I let the gap open up, let it get more diagonal so that I could fit in between it. That's really all it is, man. Just cutting spaces at the right time, making sure you're clearing the gaps, not pushing it too much faster than the speed of traffic, and there's really nothing that can go wrong. If you're watching this and you don't have a bike yet, and you're going to be lane splitting, just keep all those things in mind, right? You're going to be totally fine. Don't let anybody freak you out, scare you, like lane splitting, that you're going to die lane splitting or something, bro. I'm much more concerned with you riding a higher CC bike and riding it fast as hell, like above 140, 150. That scares me much more than you weaving in and out of traffic, lane splitting. Like, you're going slower, and it's really not that risky. I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe I do say it all the time, but I felt like I needed to make another video just kind of clarifying my thoughts on lane splitting, why I do it so often here in California, why it's pretty safe. And I just think it's bullshit that you guys can't do it in every state. Like, fudge, man. Maybe we got to start like some big petition to get it going. I know my boy Stevie R3 over in New Hampshire was getting a petition for it, to try to get it in New Hampshire. I signed that shit. I was like, hell yeah, I'll sign it. Definitely. I'll support lane splitting in any state, 100%, especially ones I used to live in. I would love to go back to Massachusetts and New Hampshire and ride around over there if lane splitting was legal. Like, I really don't have any interest in riding in places that where it's going to be crowded and you can't lane split, because then you're just sitting as if you're in a car. You're not really having much fun. Like, for me, this is a lot of fun. The reason why I decided to go up through this traffic and not... I could be sitting at the beach right now. I could have literally been at the beach, chilling, vibing out. But riding through this traffic keeps my brain activated, keeps me thinking. And it's also, I just feel like always a really good, enjoyable POV, because not in the way they're usually just going fast or doing wheelies on the back streets or whatever. No one's really just dicing up through traffic all the time, like consistently. And I feel like I usually put like at least 3 or 4 lane splitting videos out a month, if not more, where I'm just talking, vibing on my bike. But I don't know, I find it enjoyable. Maybe it's not as enjoyable as I think it is, but I love getting out here and showing you guys how many cars we can get past and how, woo! That kid's car sounded insane. Dude, look how much extra. Usually the traffic is dead by this point, but in the highway usually it's completely free. But there was definitely some type of accident. I thought I saw an ambulance. Oh, here we go. On the left side, I see something now. And there's also another biker right up ahead. So what do we got going on? Let's slow up. Give you guys a perfect look. Oh, it looks like, ooh, pretty mangled. Pretty mangled. What did they hit? Oh, they must have hit this. Yep. Rear-ended in traffic. That's what that was. I'm gonna cover it for this video on lane splitting, and if you guys don't know the deal by now, the subscription button is right in the middle. Watch one of these 2 videos on the side, and you know, have a great day, have a great weekend. Actually, this is going to be coming out on Friday, so happy Friday, happy weekend. Later, I'll catch you guys on the next one. That's all for today. Peace.